Hello friends, Zachary Stockill here from retroactivejealousy.com. Today I'm answering a viewer email from Mark. Mark writes, how do you deal with physical insecurities? So I'm not sure, but I would imagine Mark is either a student in my online course or possibly someone who's reading my guidebook, Overcoming Retroactive Jealousy, because I talk a lot about insecurities in those products, in that book, in that course, and in my work more generally. I really do believe that doubling down on your insecurities, getting very clear on what you're insecure about, and you can interpret the word insecurities liberally. You can interpret it to mean just things about yourself that you would like to improve. Identify all this stuff and get to work on it. It is a great way to start overcoming retroactive jealousy and just to improve your life in general. And I believe getting very clear on those things is very important. So Mark obviously has some physical insecurities. So if you're working on that, physical insecurities, my biggest piece of advice comes back to a point I raised in a video maybe a week or two ago when I was talking about focusing on what is within your sphere of control and what isn't. So there are certain physical attributes, certain aspects of your body which you probably cannot control. Maybe you don't like the way your nose looks, and maybe you wish you were taller or whatever. There are certain things that are, maybe you can fix them with surgery, but you probably can't. And thus you should not even waste any time thinking about them. And I realize this can be difficult, but just bear with me. And instead direct all of your energy, your attention, your focus to dealing with the things about yourself that you can change, that you can improve. And I also think it's very important to note here that your motivation for changing your body in whatever way you want to do it should be truly coming from within, from a genuine desire to improve your health maybe, to improve your physique. It shouldn't be because you think this will make people like you, or it'll impress some girl or some guy or whatever. You should be doing this with the attitude that you're helping you like you more. And it does make a difference. If you get in better shape, if you lose weight, if you get a great new outfit, or if you get a new haircut or whatever, I really do believe, it might sound superficial, but I know it's true, especially, personally speaking, I can tell you it's definitely true, that the better you look and the better you take care of your appearance, just the better you feel. And this impacts through your whole life. It impacts your interactions with every single other person you encounter during the day. It impacts the way you feel when you wake up in the morning and you see yourself in the mirror when you're brushing your teeth, And frankly, I wouldn't listen to everyone who says you should just accept, your physicality 100% outright. You should never work to improve yourself and just accept it. Because I think a lot of those people are pretty miserable themselves. And I do believe that working on yourself and, treating your body as a little project can actually be really rewarding and very healthy in a lot of ways. To say nothing of the impact on your physical health, which will undoubtedly improve your overall well-being, both mentally and otherwise. So focus on what you genuinely want to change about yourself that's coming from you, your own motivation, and focus on the things you actually can change. For example, I have struggled with my weight my entire life. I am one of those guys who puts on weight fairly easily. It's annoying as hell. And I've been this way for my entire life. So I could, just let myself go and say, oh, I'm going to accept myself the way I am. I'm going to eat whatever I want, and I'm just going to accept that. But I decided, many years ago that I wasn't going to do that. That I was going to watch my weight, that I was going to exercise, that I was going to have to take extra care with what I'm eating, if I wanted to look reasonably good, if I wanted to keep this weight off. So this is one area of me and my body that I'm very conscious of, and that is within my sphere of control. And frankly, there are a lot of things that you do have control over that can make you look better, that can make you feel better about the way you look. A good fitting outfit, not necessarily about the price or anything like that, but clothes that fit pretty good can be enormously flattering. They don't have to cost a lot of money. And I say this because you're a guy, and frankly, most guys wear clothes that really don't fit very well at all. They wear baggy jeans and really big, puffy, oversized shirts. And, if you buy an outfit that actually fits really well, you'll be surprised how good you can feel. You can talk to a female friend. Maybe she can help you pick out some outfits, or, how best you could style your facial hair or your hair or whatever you want to do. I am not a style consultant. I'm certainly not an extremely fashionable guy by any means, but I do know, and I know it makes a difference with the way I feel. If I'm buying clothes that fit okay, if I'm, keeping well groomed, things like this can make a big difference. Also realize that it's very likely that, the things you are insecure about, maybe you don't have to be insecure about them at all. You know, I'm not going to say that beauty is entirely subjective, because it isn't entirely subjective. There are certain traits that are pretty universally beautiful. You know, if you have nice skin and you have a relatively symmetrical face across cultures throughout the world, these are generally recognized as being beautiful, whether you're a man or you're a woman. But realize that it's very likely that you are someone's type. Frankly, if you have a little extra weight, or you're a certain height, or you're certain this, or you're certain that, like, you probably are someone's physical type, whether you realize it or not. And the more you work to highlight your positive physical attributes, like we talked about before, whether it's, you know, going to the gym and losing some weight, or, you know, getting a slightly better style, or whatever it is, you know, this will all help, and this will help emphasize your positive qualities, and it's very likely that you're going to attract someone that way who is turned on by who you are and who really likes the way you look. But I would just keep coming back to make sure you're focusing on your physical attributes that are actually within your control. You know, don't be spinning your wheels in the mud worrying about things that you can't change, because you have a lot of ways to optimize your appearance that go far beyond, you know, for example, surgery or anything drastic like that. And there's a lot about your body that is actually within your control, you know. I'm not saying it's always easy by any stretch. I just told you about how it's hard for me to keep off weight. But, you know, it's worthwhile. Your body's a temple. You should take care of it. And whenever you're feeling physically insecure about something, just always come back to the fact that there's a lot about your body that you actually have control over, and your energy is always best spent focusing on the aspects of yourself, focusing on the aspects of your body that are actually within your sphere of influence, and disregarding everything else. So I hope you found this helpful. If you did find this video useful, please be sure to click the thumbs up button below. Also be sure to subscribe to my channel, and I will talk to you again very soon.